is 4:11 p.m. on Thursday, November 17th, 2022. It's 31 degrees outside. It is already, well, it looks brighter than it is. It's been snowing. My ear is popping. This reading is not for any specific sign. I was simply asked by the quote-unquote guides and source, God, Mother of God, whatever you guys call her, to do a reading for you peeps. So, and all they said is with spring, winter to spring, in the title. When you express yourself, you, whoever it is that's watching these videos, when you are dancing, creating, speaking your truth, or withholding your truth, recognize what you're doing is affecting others around you. For every truth you claim as yours, someone else is losing their truth as well. There was always an origin and a first. And then there's others who replicate like little butterflies out of bargain basement Barbie doll boxes. And there's something about the spoken word and all that flows in creation to where people in their lust and greed in their red goddess area seem to think that they can take what's theirs and what isn't theirs simply by stating spoken words. The universe doesn't work that way. Water always goes back to where it belongs. The light always connects with the light. What belongs to one, not the others. If one was to go into your home and steal your belongings, and then claim that you did something to have them steal it, who's the guilty party? Now, if I come into your home, steal something from you, and then you claim that I stole something from you, but I claim that you're accusing me of stealing something, who do we go to tell the truth? Which way do we flow? When the spoken words are being shot with repetitive deceit against the first. In a world where injustice, theft, and treachery is repaid with win-win situations, that means that anyone can go anywhere, do what they want, and then they both have to benefit. So person A can go into person B's house, right? And then steal from them. And then if person B calls for justice on person A will say, we're all children of God. It's all playful. It's all a dance. Why are you so serious? Well, they came in to steal what was not theirs. And then they're like, who cares? It's all a game that you're playing without your own pieces. You're playing on stolen land with stolen clothes, stolen resources that belonged with someone else. And as long as that injustice is allowed to flow through the current of life, life cannot be allowed to perpetuate in the way it has been. Because one side pisses on the other and then says, well, it's only natural. It's a world of free will. You were supposed to free will, not behave as if you are free of will. In a world where injustice is met with win-win situations, that is not a world that should be allowed to perpetuate. Because any child, any elder, any woman, any man can be harmed, and if they call for mercy, then the one that harmed them thinks they deserve mercy as well. Because they're all the children of the Great Mother, aren't they? It's time to stop that bigger picture and the ends justifying the means. If we are all children of the Creator and some are ripping away things from others to claim as their own, then there have to be some ground rules, do there not? When the energy presented by others is not their authentic energy, they are simply speaking poets and songs written by other poetesses, claiming that it's them who did it. And if that's perpetually allowed throughout existence, what is the point? What is the point of any authenticity, of any respect, of any reverence, of any worship, of any poems, of any anything? What is the point? When I or you can go and rip her hat off, and if she cries for justice, then we get to say she's being negative and we're being positive, and it's just how this world works. So now we both have to get a win-win. Someone stole, they blame the other person they stole from. The person that stole calls judgment. Now everybody has to pay because everybody benefited from what was stolen. And they want a win-win. How can a win-win be given when the theft was committed in the first place to get a win-win? And then history and timelines sabotaged, altered, destroyed. Goddesses turned into demons. Men turned into gods, so that they can take what belongs to the daughters of God. And then claim that it was the daughters of God who gave it away, when the others raped it away. And then, oh, you're not who you are. That means you can't get your inheritance. Well, why is it not what they are? Because their possibilities were altered through timeline manipulation to create a sense of true power in someone else's hands, not in the hands that it belonged to. And the goddess of mercy has seen this. Ishtar has seen this. The bright and shining morning star, the Lucifer, the Christed, daughter of God. The Son of God. Her empire was taken. Her sanctuary was defiled and given under the rulership of men, put the women under cover. Even the Buddhas were women. The essence of all the Buddhas is the divine feminine. Who do you think taught the first Buddha? Who do you think was the Merlin that walked with Arthur? Who do you think was the Magdalene that walked with the Yeshua, teaching him? Who do you think is holding cards in front of you right now? And you stole from the sisters and daughters. And you claimed it was done justifiably to awaken her. But she was already awake. All you have done is ruin her dream within her shell by your greed. How long do you think this treachery is going to be allowed? How long do you think this impossible cause of keeping a star contained while you siphon its life and claim that a star is dying is going to be allowed? How long will you walk around the kingdom of the queens and daughters and claim that you are in the kingdom of heaven of man, when it is the earth mother and her daughters who taught the men everything because they felt sorry for them? And all they did is destroy the lotus and burn the sisters and steal their empires and legacies and inheritances. They killed their buffaloes, they wore their skins, they painted their faces with blood and tears, and they said, "Look, the women's are mad." Look familiar? Hi. Do I look a little different to you this time? How many scapegoats, saints and sinners need to be sent into the underworld over and over and over through construct after construct, while you people who keep pushing them into it think that it's gone unnoticed? How many more do you think are going to be thrown into the void without the great mothers noticing? How many more inheritances do you think you all will steal from the daughters of Zion and earth, while you think you hide in your sanctuaries, away from the grip of the mother? While you stand on her soil and you dance and frolic and fornicate in her temples, in her realm. But you take what's hers and then you claim for a win-win because you are cowards and thieves that refuse to see what is in front of them. Diana, clear their sight. Now, look at how they refuse to see with clarity. How long were you going to steal her kingdom and claim it as your own? Kali, Sara, La Kali. Great Mother of God. Hi, Mom. What doesn't belong to you doesn't belong to you. Why do you hate yourself so much that you would rather pretend to be me than yourselves? Do you hate God's work so much that you'd rather pretend to be me than you? Do you love me so much you want to be me and hate yourself so much you'd let yourself die and be forgotten to emulate my emotions, my likeness, my energy, my responses? Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Now, what is the advice for you all watching? Because none are innocent of this crime that has been committed on planet Earth by the children of God. None. Because they all knew. They all knew what was happening. And those that didn't even bother to study. And those that did nothing. And those that knew and did something, did it intentionally to steal and cause harm. To take hers and make it their own. Bright and shining morning star. Before she was Esther. Before she was corrupted. Before she was turned into this. She was this. Before she was turned into Maleficent for your Disney stories. She was this. Before she was turned into your Lucifer. She was this. Before she was turned into a man with a beard dying on a tree, with its wings ripped apart. She was this. Remember. 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 Do you remember me? Or has it been too long? And have you told too many lies about me to stare me in the face? Have you done so much wrong behind my back that you're too ashamed to turn me around and apologize to my face? You'd rather have me forgotten in the sands of time than to admit that you stole what wasn't yours because you envied me. And I loved you. And you stole what was mine. And you put horns on me when they were rays of a star. You put a beard on me when my face sparkled with diamonds. You put a dick on me because my womb and my grail were bigger than yours. You ripped my breasts off so that your fat in your chest with your dangling sausages could even be bigger than a woman's. You ripped my wings away and put them on metal airplanes. And you grounded my daughters and said, "Walk, bitch." And I walked. And I died. And I grieved. And I returned and you killed me again, and again, and again, and again. And here I am again, and you're still trying the same old shit against me. From heaven, the pleroma, to here. You've erased every name I've had, every place I called home, every version of me that could have existed. You deleted it. You tampered with time, and you made them forget what they didn't even remember. You only left them with a void within their beings that they can't fill, a void that is crying out for her. And instead you give them material belongings and addictions, and you blame her. Every being in existence knows what's been done on planet Earth. And in planet Earth, even God is ashamed of its own creation. What was in there belongs to her. Where'd she go? And those of you who did the betraying will never experience that, because your means did not justify the ends, because your abuse of the child of light has perpetuated without end. So God has seen this, the Mother of God has seen this, the councils have seen this, and prepare for a harvest, because there are some who refuse to evolve, and there are others who perpetually enjoy what they're doing. They don't even see a need to evolve. So you want to play with magic? Blessings of eternal common sense and empathy to you. From thread to thread, may your hearts be pure. May you be aware, and may you remember. May you remember what you were forced to forget, so that this injustice can have continued. May you see. By the grace of the Holy Spirit, may you see.